Governor, having been down to the border with you, and I'm going to bring up some of those highlights in a second, I was a little surprised that you were critical of Mr. Trump. Where is your criticism?
Well, I think you have to be critical of his disrespectful language that he used. We want to talk about how to bring this country together and the solutions that we have in this country. I'll be more than happy to have that conversation, but to paint with the broad brush that Mr. Trump did and basically say that all Mexicans were rapists and killers is, you know, that's just, well, that is the type of inflammatory language that doesn't do anything at all.
Governor, but I want to be fair to Mr. Trump in this respect. Perhaps inarticulate, but he did say, you know, some people are good people. He didn't say all Mexicans, as is how you categorized it. He did say some people are good people, but these crimes are being committed by illegal immigrants. You see these Department of Homeland Security numbers. You see the cost factor, health care, education, criminal justice system. You know, in that sense, factually, is he right that this is happening? That's just a fact, isn't it?
Nobody knows it better than I do. For 14 years, I was the governor of the state with 1,200-mile border with Mexico. I understand exactly what's going on. And all the people of the state of Texas, whether they're Anglo or African-American or Hispanic, want to see that border secure. And that's what this conversation needs to stay focused on, not making, you know, rhetoric that is hyperbolic. And when you
let me go to...
He knew exactly what he was doing with those statements. And if we had the will in Washington, D.C., the border with Mexico and the United States could be secure, and it could be secure in a relatively short period of time.
Yeah, but I'm looking at these numbers, and I sat through that briefing, and I'm not trying to play politics here, but I want to go back. Let's play Donald Trump's statement, because I'm not sure you disagree with him based on what we were presented at that security briefing. Let's roll the tape.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people. But I speak to border guards, and they tell us.
What part of that specifically, Governor, do you disagree with?
Well, when he paints with such a broad brush, I think that's, you know, the challenge, that to make this rhetoric be disrespectful. And we know what the real challenge is. I mean, I hope who Donald Trump's really mad at is Washington, D.C. for their failure to secure that border, because, I mean, we agree that Washington has failed.